What's up, Bandidos? Tux has your back, covering Season 8 daily to help you milk every bit out of what this game has to offer. And today, I'm back in the lab, working on another build, and I can use your help. Let's go.
Accept it, Division. This is a war you can't win.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
What's up, Bandidos? I hope you're up for another one. Working on another build here. Today we're going to be working on a ChatterBox build, actually, and I'm calling it the ChatterBox muscle build. So it's just a starter concept that I have so far, and we're going to kind of modify it as we go. It's pretty tanky. I don't have any mods on it yet, so we're going to have to add those, but I'll tell you what it's all about. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's just make sure that I'm coming in loud and clear. So if I can have a hashtag Tux live, which it looks like they're starting to come in, so I appreciate that. Does sound like my audio is a-okay for the moment, so appreciate that, Parker Fly. Also, if you like what I do and you want to support me and the Division 2, then I'd appreciate you hitting the like right now. And also subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Really helps the channel. And then I released an explosive damage build. If you haven't checked that one out yet, then I do have a link in the description area below. And then for you Players Club folks, and you know who you are because you got that really cool little skull next to your name. So got a good one for you guys. A brand new classified secret build is hitting, launching tomorrow morning. And so I got a little promo for you guys to check out. So this is just to give you a gist of what we're going to be up against. It's a ton of fun. Check this out. Yeah, so I'm calling the build Nightcrawler. So it's a pretty cool build. It's like nothing you've seen before. So I'm really excited to share it. I know you guys are probably already putting out guesses out there in your head and what it is, but it's an iteration of the build that I put out. I think that was last week, where it was that max status effect. It was like all status effects all the time. And I got 2 or 3 builds that are playing off of that. They keep getting better and better and better. So I'm excited to share this one with you. We've been running it all day today, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It works in group scenarios as well as solo gameplay. So, for those of you in the Players Club, look out for that. I will definitely make a post when it's officially launched. It's almost done. I'm just working on the last few details of the actual build video. But yeah, yep. So you guys are gonna have fun starting over the weekend playing with this build. So let's see who's joined us in the chat today. Who's first today? Russell Frazier. First up, what up, Memphis? What's going on, buddy? Parker Fly Rook. Axion. I see you have some questions there, so hopefully I can get to those. What's up, Nicholas Jackson? Hope all is well. Veiling Power. Randy Savage, what's up? Slip into a Slim Jim. I remember that commercial series he had. Eclipse 187, what's going on, buddy? I hope you're destroying it in the DZ. Taking care of business. Dubsta, what up? Mr. Gods, thank you for making this one. Waxy Device, Hound. All right, I think I got everybody. And Magreek, what's going on? Okay, so this is the build we're working on. So we're in the lab today. We're gonna be, so the concept here is to leverage more of what I would like to say, like threat scaling. So there's not a whole lot of gear pieces that have threat scaling in them, but that's kind of the concept that I want to build off of. So basically, threat scaling is that the greater the threat, the more powerful you become, right? So things like the adrenaline rush, right? So the more enemies that are in front of you, the more tankier you are, right? So that's threat scaling. Another threat scaling is the ChatterBox, which is why I'm basing this build off of the ChatterBox. So it's got threat scaling. The more enemies that are in front of you, the faster your RPM, right? And so I think this gun is the fastest gun in the West. Now, the fastest gun in the game, I think it peaks out at over 1400 RPM, give or take. I can't remember exactly what it is, but something like that. So this is actually one of my favorite guns in the game. I just don't use it enough, it's just, which is sad because it's so much fun. RPMs are king in this game, and when you hit that 1400 RPM, it doesn't matter who you're up against. They're taking a lot of pain. They're going to go down quickly as long as you have your build set up nicely. So basically, when you reload, rate of fire is increased by 20% for each enemy within 15 meters. So timing your reloads is actually really critical to get the most out of this. So when you just start, you're going to have the base RPM, right, which is actually pretty low at 700. And so you need to put out a couple of shots and then quickly reload, and then you're going to be at max RPMs depending on how many enemies are standing in front of you. But what's also cool is it's like the Bullet King. So for every kill you get, it's going to refill your half of your mag for you. So you can chain kill without ever having to reload. What's up, T. Patrick? Steve-O! Thanks for helping me, guys, with these builds. Ray Ubbs, you too. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Eclipse, you just won a brand new Xbox Series X. Good for you, man. Holla at that. Wish I was winning Xboxes. You were just asking me, Daryl, to make a new ChatterBox build? Well, here we go. Time is right. So, the ChatterBox. So, hit threat scales, okay? And then I also have Adrenaline Rush, which is also threat scaling. And I might want to put armor on this as well. And then I'm using Firewall. So Firewall's threat scaling too. Now, I'm not a big shield person, but for this build, it's going to make sense. And so we're going to try to use it at first. And so, but basically, we're going to get 13% damage per enemy standing in front of us, right? So we're going to get, so if you have, on average, you run across 3 enemies at a time on average, right? So, that's about just under 40% more bonus damage, right? So, and since we're tanky, the shield is also going to be tanky. So let's just make sure we have the right mods on here. So damage bonus, damage bonus, and then active regen. So that's what we got there. And then, I just got the defender drone. We could use other things too. But I don't have any armor and kill going on here. So we might want to put in a healer drone instead, actually. So let me do that. And I might find that annoying not having the armor and kill because we're going to be doing a lot of killing. So we might have to remedy that. So this is the other thing I'm going off of. So what I'm trying to do is stack crits on multiplicative damage also. So if you see here, I don't have all my mods yet, but let's go ahead and add those. So we already got max crit damage. So let's put that there. And then put more crit damage here. And I might have to raise that armor. I'm not decided on what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you guys that question in a second. But let's look at our stats. Okay, so we're at max crit chance and max crit damage for the setup. Okay, so 165%. And then what we have is 13% armor damage. And then we also have the 8% damage to targets out of cover, which is not showing. So that's a high level of armor damage, right? And then for defense, we just got a lot of armor. So I'm trying to play off of the threat scaling. So give us a really strong adrenaline rush. And then also a really strong shield. Oh, my batteries are low. I might need to remedy that before we get out in the field. So... And then we got, but what I didn't mention yet is we also got Intimidate. So on top of that crit damage, on top of that multiplicative damage, we have the 40% amplified damage. So the reason why all of that is important, okay, and is because the ChatterBox doesn't have an actual damage talent. It's got an RPM talent, which is a multiplicative stat. So that's really, 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 really helpful, but it's not actually a damage talent. So that's why I'm starting with these stacked damages. We could, of course, run with the Hunter's Fury. That's a really straightforward setup. and it works. I've run it lots of times, and we might go there. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. What's nice about it is it comes with that 20% armor on kill. I really like that, and it has at least as much amplified damage, if not more. And so, but with this one's bringing in more multiplicative damage. So that's the difference between running this and Hunter's Fury, but we might need to remedy the whole armor on kill thing, which means I might drop my amplified damage and maybe one of these walkers. We'll see. But we're also going to get a perk from the Coyote's Mask. We're going to get that 25% crit hit damage bonus. So that's going to push us up to, let's see, 170, about 190% crit damage, because we're going to be playing in pretty tight, right? Now for my other weapon, I'm using the Black Market Sash 12, which has a really good shotgun. I like to run it with Optimus, so that's what I got here. Nothing too special. And then I'm just running the Orbit Pistol, which I'm probably not going to use either of those for this build. So now I need to go in here because I know I don't have SMGs set up here, so I need to add that. So yeah, so let's take off, guess the assault rifle, and then pump in SMGs. So that's going to give us some higher base damage. And then we got a really nice armor kit. So that's what's cool about this, is you get that really healthy armor at 200% over 10 seconds. So, you know, so although we don't got armor on kill, our armor kits actually play to be really strong. So what do you guys think? Here? I'm gonna need your feedback. So we're at 1.5 million. I mean, so should I balance it out with the armor, or do you think I should go all in on armor? So for example, I can roll an armor core on this backpack and then go armor in the chest. I mean, well, we can obviously change it, but what would you guys like to see? Would you like to see heavy armor, just like with the ChatterBox, and see if we can pull it off? Because with the threat scaling, I'm predicting we can have basically no red cores and still be like really strong, because we got multiplicative, amplify, and crit damage all stacking on the top of each other, and then we're threat scaling with, you know, by gaining more RPMs and more bonus armor. Yeah, DJ Sammy. So the problem is that, good question, really good question. So I have a big problem with Bloodsucker, and that's that, one, the Memento backpack is just better, right? Because the Memento backpack also gives you bonus armor. Now, but what it over 10 seconds, but what it also does, the Memento backpack, is it gives you all of that damage in addition to that, and then you get the armor regen and everything else, right? And so that's the reason that I don't use Bloodsucker, but also because what happens with Bloodsucker, it gives you a little bit of armor, and then as you get your second and third kill, it starts to like multiplies that bonus armor, so it turns out to be a lot when you're chain killing. The problem is that sometimes it takes a lot to get there. Like, that's only happening when you're standing in front of a door, when you really don't even need the bonus armor. You know what I mean? Like when you're like spawn killing and stuff like that. But when you're spawn killing, it's really rare that they're actually shooting back at you. So those are the times when you don't really need that much bonus armor. And that's the time where you're most often getting that kind of bonus armor. So otherwise, you're kind of running in these 1 to 3 enemy engagements. And so what ends up happening with Bloodsucker, I don't know if you guys watch your Bloodsucker closely when you're using it. And I realize that other content creators use Bloodsucker, but they're usually only showing those highlights when they have a lot of Bloodsucker. But the reality is that when you kill that first enemy and proc Bloodsucker, you're only getting a really tiny amount of Bloodsucker armor. And then an enemy puts maybe 1 or 2 bullets in you, and that bonus armor is gone. And so then you have to kill another enemy just to get that tiny amount of bonus armor again. Now then, if you're really lucky, you got a second enemy there that you can kill. Now you get the stacking of that bonus armor, and then it turns out to be a lot. But then we're kind of relying on situations in order to get that bonus armor. With the adrenaline rush, there is no situations. You're just constantly getting the bonus armor as long as you're in range, which you are because we're playing in tight. And then it constantly resets itself without a cool, which is what I like. So the same enemy is going to give you that same bonus armor all over again every 5 seconds. So if it takes you longer than 5 seconds to kill that enemy, he's going to give you another set of bonus armor. So you know, it is definitely a preference thing. I mean, I just keep finding situations where Bloodsucker is not the go-to choice for me. I think it's really helpful if you're playing at range with an assault rifle, but then I'm like, well, if you're playing at range with an assault rifle behind cover, why do you even need bonus armor? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even need bonus armor in that situation. So it's just kind of like, that's again another situation where it's just like I have a really hard time finding an excuse to actually use Bloodsucker. It's either Adrenaline Rush or most likely the Memento backpack. It usually wins in most cases, you know, so just because you get so much more than just bonus armor. Now, Adrenaline Rush is different. You get a lot of bonus armor. It's a proximity trigger. And so that's sort of why it's a lot different. And then what's really important is that, you know, like with Bloodsucker is that one of the problems also with Bloodsucker is that, like, you need that added amplified damage on your first bullet in order to help you get that kill. So if you don't have any bonus armor, then you don't have Intimidate. And so then you have to, you know, you're going to struggle with your first kill, but the first kill is the most important kill, right? In any setup, right? So like if you're wearing Hunter's Fury, getting that first kill is important because it disorientates the group, right? And then it gets you your armor on kill or whatever. The first kill is always the most important. It's always the most important. So you need the most damage for your first kill. I can give a rat's ass about the kill 2 or 3. But with Adrenaline Rush, you're going to have the same amount of damage for your first kill, the second kill, and your third kill. You're always going to have Intimidate in those scenarios. It's a very rare situation where you don't have your bonus armor. And we'll see that in the gameplay here. But yeah. But I mean, I just keep trying to use the Bloodsucker, but so let's go ahead and roll. Let's go ahead and re-roll our backpack to more armor. I want to just try it out with like ultra tank and then see how it fares out, and then if we'll pull back from there. And then same with our chest. We need to add more armor. So we're extremely tanky. The only red core is because of our coyote. Otherwise, I'd actually change that out. So we're at 1.7 million, and so we're going to be getting 23% of that back. On top of that is bonus armor. And then we're should have a really strong shield here, 3.3 million health. Cool. So let's go ahead and where's the good farming happen? I think it's in the southwest. So we got chest pieces, so I could always use chest pieces. So let me reset my control points first, and then we'll fast travel to that. So I'll go ahead and throw I'll go ahead and throw the build on the screen so you can see what it is before we get started. This is by no means a final build, though. We're gonna play with it and see where we are. Kenneth Moody, Wyatt, what's up, bros? Okay, yeah. Oh, Hounds, you guys are all down for the armor, huh? You guys all want to see the tankiness? That's my boys. Those are my banditos. Again, the idea is because we're threat scaling, can we, you know, use all of that scaling to our advantage so that we can have more defense? So that's the concept here. The only problem that I can see right up front, guys, is that we don't have any armor on kill. So we're going to be getting a lot of killing. We got a lot of bonus armor, but we're still going to take damage somewhere. Or maybe we're not. Maybe we're not. Maybe we're going to have so much bonus armor we never take damage. But I feel like that's going to be the challenge, and where we're going to have to work in some sort of armor on kill into this scenario. But so here's a really common place that I find the snitch, by the way. He's always in this elevator. I catch him here almost every single day. So if you don't know where I am, let me just show you real quick. So here's the Space Administration HQ. And as I jog over to this control point, which is No Hope Hotel, I go through this little archway here, and I often find him there. So, all right. So, now I don't think you have to do the, for you new players, I don't think you have to do the crafting challenge. You know, you don't have to find the components. So this is going to be a busy little control point. It's not going to be fun at first. I just could tell right now, this is not going to be fun at first, okay? So, I can see that we're going to, because we're going to have a, I dropped my shield too fast. Oh god, yeah, I knew that was gonna fucking happen. See, it's the riot foam, guys. That's I mean, so if you get stuck with the riot foam, you're just absolutely screwed, right? That's my Achilles heel, at least, right? And it's also the thing with the shield too. Like that's gonna be my challenge here, is that I want to drop the shield. I'm just not a big fan of using shields, because in those situations, like, what was most important for me is to be able to like duck, dodge, and dive and all that kind of stuff, right? And the shield prevents you from doing that. But at the same time, I'm trying to use the shield to threat scale. See those RPMs? I'm getting nailed by somebody in distance, though. Forget where that guy's coming from. So you got to be careful about reloading. See, I'm a habitual reload too, so I got to remember not to reload. Because when you do, you know, if you got that full reload, a bonus RPM, then, you know, then by accidentally reloading again when you don't have an enemy in front of you, you're going to lose it. Okay, so there's the elite patrol. Let's see. Healer guard, that's interesting. Status effect, skill damage, huh? Okay. I should have emptied my backpack before I came down here in case I get something good, but that didn't happen. Any new players just get themselves a Mantis? Any new players in the house today? Just learning how the Mantis, just discovering the Mantis for your first time, I was really excited about the Mantis, and when I first came out. It's been a while since I used an SMG, you know that? I've been doing shotguns a lot. Been picking shotguns over SMGs. If I get another grenade chunker, I'm gonna be irritated because so I mean, I'm getting nailed from the back, but I'm rolling with it, guys. We out-tanked him. You see that? We were getting nailed. Oh, my controller's down! Fuck! Give me a sec. Oh, that was a horrible time to have my controller go down. But that was cool. So basically, we out-tanked them. I mean, look at this guy still back here. Look at our health, guys. So the bonus armor out-tanked that whole situation. We were getting wailed on, guys. We were getting wailed on. I mean, I think I went down. It looks like the control guy picked me up, but that's because my controller died. But that was a really interesting fight because I didn't expect that to be the case. So we had so much bonus armor happening so often, see, that we ended up just like all the damage is happening to the bonus armor throughout that whole phase. So, and let's keep this build up here. There's still enemies out there, but I want to get to your guys' questions too. What's up from Chicago, Osby? What up, brother? Chicago boys. Hey, prayers out to all our peeps, all our banditos out in the Ukraine, fighting the good fight. Keep fighting it. Jay Morris, what's up, brother? Yeah, I forgot to change my batteries before we went into that fight. What up, Mr. Detective? What's going on? If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a riot foam. Yeah, so riot foam is definitely my Achilles heel. Like, out of all of the things, you know, fire or whatever, it's that riot foam. That's the biggest pain in the ass for me. But really, Biko? You were checking out the ChatterBox? So that is very coincidinky. Okay, so, but I still don't know. I'm still gauging the build, you know, because the fight happened. I mean, so far so good. I mean, that was a really heavy situation, especially since we were taking damage in the back. See where they're gonna come from. The right? Yeah. So I reloaded right here. So I reload right after I put out a few shots, and that just lets the gun go wild, right? Look at that bonus armor. So the shoot at us, and we don't take any damage, basically. And the gun does all the work. So yeah, going tanky, I think, is the route. We have enough damage with all the threat scaling and the amp damage to... Uh-oh. Let's see what these guys are. Hold still. Fuck. I don't want that medic to get fools up. Ah, hit him right in his weak point. Of course it did. Okay. Reloading. RPMs are king, guys. Yeah, so that bonus armor, I mean, look at our health. We have no, remember, we got no armor on kill. It's a good chest piece, actually. I gotta trash it. Don't got the space. We don't need the Overlord today. Okay, where are all these enemies at? Ooh, there's a turret over there. God, they're way down the street. It's a random situation going on in there. Look at deers running by. What the F? These guys are shooting at nobody. This is like really random. Like there's some random stuff going on. Okay, there we go. We captured it. So yeah, that felt really good. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything we're changing. I mean, we kept our armor the whole time, you know? No armor kits. Well, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, do you think we need armor on kill? Is that just a waste because we have so much bonus? I mean, so much bonus armor. Yeah. I mean, so the other thing is having this extra, because see, that's what I mean. The one thing that we could change is having this extra damage to armor might not be worth it. We could also try moving to I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking here. So my brain is, you know, frozen apparently. Yeah, so Axion, really good question. Axion's got a question for us, okay? So he's asking, like, why am I running the golan? So the golan chess piece is the hunter killer chess piece. It's the name chess piece that brings us perfect intimidate. So, and I know you know what intimidate is, just to be thorough. While you have bonus armor, amplifies total weapon damage by 40% to enemies within 10 meters. So the non-perfect version, so if I were to run this on, like, you know, Sokolov or Grupo, then I'd get the non-perfect intimidate, and that only gives you 35% amplified damage. That 5% extra amplified damage is more important than the 15% crit damage or the 10% weapon damage you can get by running the alternatives like Sokolov or Grupo. So the golan gear piece, even though I'm making no use out of that status effects whatsoever, still outperforms anything else that I can put there for this particular build. As far as what I stated, right? Now, if we went Striker, then, you know, we could look at the Striker combo or whatever. Now, same thing with it's the same concept, the Contractor's Gloves, like the damage to armor that's there on that attribute just outperforms any, you know, Sokolov piece I could put there instead or whatever. And same thing with the Fox's Prayers. Like, I'm not using a rifle either, but that damage to targets out of cover, that multiplicative damage just means more. So it's the same concept with the golan. That extra 5% amplified damage is worth a lot. So, yeah, no, but to answer somebody's question there, I think it was Biko. Yeah, Biko. Like, Striker, I mean, Hunter's Fury is an obvious. Now, the reason why, okay, at first concept is like this with this, I don't think I have a Striker here, do I? Let me see if I have a Striker on me. So the Striker, what I fear from the Striker is redundancy, right? So the SMGs don't need weapon handling because we have no reload, right? Basically, the reload is like lightning fast. It's basically auto reload, right? It is auto reload. As a matter of fact, you're killing, there's no reload. And you don't need like accuracy or weapon stability or anything like that. Things are just nice there. Now, 15% rate of fire on a weapon that's already as fast, is diminishing returns, right? So that's what I fear there. So the only reason why we'd be using the Striker gear is to get more amplified damage. Now, I wouldn't run the chest piece with Striker because we're playing close and personal, and intimidate just means more, right? However, because that's 40% amplified damage immediately. That's what I mean by it means more. But if where Striker, you can get 50% amplified damage, but you got to stack it. So what would you rather have, immediate or stack it? And with the way these control points work out, you spend a lot of time stacking, you know. So I'm resetting that control point. I'm gonna head back to the lab so we can make some changes. But I'm not saying that Striker isn't bad, but those are my worries about Striker. Yeah, Kenneth Moody's like, looks good as it is. It freaking worked. It did. But I want to see if we can make some other changes. So what I'm thinking, like, because the other thing that can make the one thing that can make it even stronger, to be honest with you, is the Memento backpack, right? And the reason why is because we're going to not only get that bonus armor to help us with those, with that Intimidate chest piece. Now, the problem with it is it's sort of like Bloodsucker, where you got to get your kill to get that bonus armor, you know? So we're going to be lacking it up front on that first kill, but the difference and the reason why it still outshines Bloodsucker is because we're also going to be scaling up damage with each kill too, in addition to the bonus armor, because the Memento backpack trophies are going to give us those red the red bonuses as well for the trophy. So if we did like a Striker set to help us get that kill faster, so let's see if I'm gonna have to move some stuff around apparently. So give me a second here. Let me get rid of that biomass too. My backpack's always full. Sorry guys, I'll make you sit through this. Give me just a quick sec. So we can get rid of that. Did you guys see yesterday's build video that we did? That was a lot of fun. Okay, so that's enough to give me a few pieces over. Okay, so let's bring over some Striker. I'm not going to run the chest piece. I don't think the chest piece would be the way to go. So if we can run armor the same, then I think that would be cool. Same concept. Keep it tanky. Of course, I don't have my Striker freaking knees. What's up with that? Okay, Striker here. I'm not sure I'm going to have all the tank pieces. So let's see what I got. Striker there. There you go. There's a tank piece. Okay. So we'll put that one on. I'll re-roll that to armor. And then I don't think... Okay, I do have the knees. That's good, but it's red. Striker armor. So we'll be a little off balance from where we were before. We won't have as much armor, but... Cool. So let me move over that piece that we don't need. We don't need that one. Don't need that one. Let's make it space here, because I know we're gonna be doing a lot of playing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, so I really like that. So why were we so tanky? That whole thing was all about adrenaline rush. OMG. So the good news for you guys is that we are on season 8 right now. Okay, so you guys, I got so many Matador backpacks this run. So many Matadors. Let's see, they should all be in here. Let's see, Walker, look at this. So where's my Walker Matadors? There they are. So I got a couple in my backpack right now, but in my stash, look at all these Matadors. All of these came from these. I mean, I had 1 or 2 before, but I got like at least 4 of them from season 8. And season 8's not done, right? So we're going to be buying those named item caches as more global events come. So good time to stock up on your Matadors, because those are great backpacks, and you can only get these in the Dark Zone if you don't get them from a named item cache. So anyway, so what I want to do is I want to try the Memento, because it threat scales also. You just have to get, it's by kill though. So let's break the crit chance. We don't. So we lost some crit chance. That kind of sucks. So do I have a better chest piece? I might have the same chest piece with crit chance and crit damage on it. So let me see if I can find that one. Crit damage, headshot damage. Let's see. If I can get rid of that. I have headshot damage on the chest, so if I can get rid of that for... There we go. There's one. There's another one too. So I'll bring both those over. Alright. And then let's swap that chest piece. What do we got? So there's this one with 12, 4.8, or 6 and 11. So I think we can take that. And then where are we now? 52, so we'll need 1 mod. So crit chance. There we go. And then I'll add armor to the mask. So you know what's another trick too, guys, is you can put on protection from elites, and that'll protect your bonus armor. Mr. Tangeray, you caught me. Caught you. It's always a balance act with the stash. Somebody had that question with the stash too. And I didn't quite look at the full question because it was in the very beginning. But what I could tell you that like the best way, I changed it up, but one of the best ways I like to do is like for one character, put all of your green gear and named, all of your green gear and your exotics, extra exotics with one. And then on the other one, on your third character, put all named items, and then from there, random pieces. And so I actually don't play with my second and third character very much, if ever. And so I eventually dedicated my second character for raids, because I needed raid builds to be in my loadouts. And my loadouts on my main character are always dedicated to the building activities that we do. So I don't know if that helps, but... Okay, so let's reroll the mask to armor. All right, so let's see where we got here. So we dropped all of our multiplicative damage, right? So damage to armor, damage to targets out of cover. And what we're gaining is RPMs and weapon handling, which is sort of going to go to waste. But what we're after in the end is that additional amplified damage, which is at 25%. So the question is 25% additional amplified damage going to mean more than the 13% damage to armor and 8% damage to targets out of cover? Damage to targets out of cover. I think it's going to be a close call, you know. And we can measure definitely in the lab, but I don't really like that. I know you guys like to see damage numbers, but I don't really care about damage numbers. What I really, unless it's something like a sniper build, but what I really like to see is how it performs in the field. That's how I like to really test these things. So cool. Okay, I think we got all of our changes. So actually, we end up pretty close to the same amount of armor. So we're just down this one here, unfortunately, and I don't have another piece to run there. So. Okay, so let's head back out to... Actually, let's head to here, which is the choke. What's up, Billy Butcher? Billy Bean. Billy Bean's in the house, everybody. The one that changed baseball forever. Billy Butcher. What up, Billy? Joaquin Chacon. What's up, man? You know, that last name Chacon. Did you guys ever see that movie? What was it called? Fuck, what was it called? It was with Jennifer Aniston, where, like, she lived in an apartment with this, her neighbor was like a small-time pot dealer, and he lost all his pot. He ends up having to travel to Mexico to, like, smuggle pot in for his supplier, so that he can, I guess, be forgiven for the money that he lost. You guys ever see that? And he had to say that his boss was Pablo Chacon. Anyways, that's really random, I know, but so okay. So we got this riot foam guy, so let's try to get rid of him really fast. Reloading. I missed that. Okay, no, this guy's. There we go. Okay, let's get some trophies. Oh, we gotta throw off this flare. Hold on a second. So, okay, let's get some trophies. So you gotta move quickly to get those trophies, right? But we're also getting damage bonuses, so it's... Ooh. Hold still. Oh, come on. Get cartwheels. Hold still. Damn it. So... let's attack him from the back. So we got a lot of bonus numbers hanging around. Somebody in here? Are they upstairs? Where's that? Oh, there they are. I hate that they shoot you from so far away. Like, they're shooting around corners, too. As I got in this room, I was still taking damage from the back. Reloading. Where are they coming from? Behind us or upstairs? Upstairs. Ah! Took my bonus armor away with that punch. So we don't have any bonus armor right here, but the damage is still pretty good. Oh. These guys can sometimes be annoying to fight, right? So that's what I'm talking about. I'm looking at him run away, and then he comes back. Now that my bonus armor's gone, he's like, comes back. See, they know about your bonus armor. Hey, come on, Riot Foam. Give it up. Go for my bonus armor. Bonus armor. God, that Riot Foam is annoying. See, if I didn't have the shield, believe it or not, I believe I wouldn't be stuck in Riot Foam as much. It's like the shield slows you down enough to get you caught up in it. Where are these guys at? Come on, man. The sound is a little out of sync. I might have to fix that in a second. Okay. Look at the whole team is in here fighting one guy. Not helping me. Thanks for not helping me. See, the other thing about the shield is that if I would have used it there, it would have saved my bonus armor. It protects your bonus armor for you, right? God, jeez. Those grenadier ladies are freaking slippery. Reloading. Remember, we have no armor on kill, guys, and look at our armor. So between the armor regen, the healer drone. Remember, our healer drone's getting that beef up from the trophies also. Come on. Shit, I switched guns on accident. That sucks. Fucked up there. Yeah, I fucked up there. Let me heal up. My bad. So you might be wondering, like, how are we getting away with killing so well without the bonus armor? And that's because we got the 25% underlining amplified damage from Striker. You know what I'm saying? So Striker's helping us out when we don't. So it's like it's kind of interesting the way that works out, right? What's up, Super 9271? Jacob Starkey. I see you got a question. 1 second there. Let me finish this thought. So it's kind of interesting how these things work together, right? So, like, basically what the Striker set is doing is giving us that underlying amplified damage to help us get that first kill so that we can pick up the bonus armor and then get even more amplified damage. Again, threat scaling, right? I kind of like the first way we had it, though, to be honest with you. I feel like it was more reliable. I feel like we were tankier. But I mean, the truth is that this one's probably a lot stronger because of the trophies, right? Like, we're picking up all those trophies on top of everything, so which is giving us that 30% weapon damage bonus that we didn't have before. And then in addition to, we are getting 5% weapon damage bonus on the short terms. And then, of course, we got the armor regen that we didn't have before, and we got the skill efficiency that we didn't have before. So this is probably the stronger of the builds overall. It's just that the other one was more reliable with the bonus armor and the damage. So even though the damage was less, it was just always there at the steady amount. With Striker, you have to stack up, and the trophies you have to stack up and pick up, right? So that's the difference. And which one is better is really just going to depend on what you're using it for, you know? So if you're going to use it in the dark zone, something in the dark zone, then you're going to want to go for reliability because it's one kill at a time. Also, like, if you're going to take this into legendary, you wouldn't want the Memento. I'd probably go the other one as well. We should definitely probably give Hunter's Fury, though. I mean, Hunter's Fury is like the default, right? But it's different, though, because Hunter's Fury gives you armor on kill, and like you've seen right just now, we don't need armor on kill, right? I mean, we only used one armor kit, and that's because I screwed up. But so that's why Hunter's Fury isn't always the best for everything. It depends on what your build's going to be, you know? So let's fast travel, and we'll look at the alternative and see if we can make a Hunter's Fury build make sense. So let's see. Jacob Starkey had a question. Let's see if we can see what that is. Joaquin, you got Michelle. Rodriguez playing Trudy Chacon. That's funny. Hardest hitting AR is the AK, is the AKM. And so if you want the hardest hitting build in the game, you use the AKM. Is it? I think the black market one is the hardest hitting one, which is the good news is I think that's the one you craft, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But yeah, that Leonard for sure. Are you talking about for this build? But yeah, so the hardest hitting assault rifle build in the game, it actually is a 4-piece striker build with the AKM. Let me see. I don't think I have the AKM in my stash, but it might be on my other character. Yeah, it is. But so what you basically want to do for the hardest hitting assault rifle in the game, and I did do a video on it. It was a live stream actually where we created it. You use the AKM, and I think you can craft it. So let's see here. Assault rifles. Yeah, there it is. Black market AKM. There you go. And so I can't remember what the base weapon damage is. What is it, guys? Like 135 or 149 or something like that. I can't remember anymore. But you put on this AKM, okay? And then you put the 8x scope and you run focus on your chest and probably a Grupo chest piece or a Fenris, either way. Probably a Grupo though, or even a Cheska. Okay, but you want to run focus on your chest. You want to put the 8x scope on your assault rifle. And then you run 4 pieces of striker on your mask, your gloves, your knee pads, and your holster. Put crit chance or crit damage. Go crit chance until you're maxed out, and then go crit damage. On your backpack, you're going to run, you know, Cheska or Grupo or whatever. One of those two on your backpack, and then you run vigilance on your backpack, okay? And then crit it out. And you want the whole thing, everything to be all red, so no armor. And that's the hardest hitting assault rifle build in the game. So you're getting 50% added weapon damage from focus, chest piece talent. And then you're getting 25% amplified damage from striker. Plus you're getting weapon handling. Plus you're getting RPMs. And then you got vigilance on your backpack. And then you got crits everywhere. You should be hitting at 1.45 million crits. So that's what that gun, the hardest hitting assault rifle in the game. Okay, so anyways, so this was just sort of all right. Now, we could bring in more damage consistency if we put back on our Matador backpack, right? So, which is here. So that would solve the consistency issue, but I really like, you know, picking up those trophies and also getting the weapon damage bonuses, because we're losing so much of our, well, I feel like we just got some inefficiencies with the rest of this, but this works. You can go this route, but, you know, I feel like we're losing the first 2 stats, weapon handling, rate of fire, all the diminishing returns, because we're not using them. So I think, so we could go Hunter's Fury. So now Hunter's Fury, let me just put this on here. So it gives us the 15% SMG damage, so that's gonna help, of course. But it's gonna give us a 20% armor on kill. Do we need the armor on kill, right? And so if we're gonna have armor on kill, then the concept with armor on kill, okay, just so you know, it means that you're welcoming incoming damage as part of your play strategy. That's the point of armor on kill. Like if you have armor on kill and you're never using it, then you're either not playing right or you don't have the right build for armor on kill, right? Like an assault rifle build that plays from cover, you might not want armor on kill because you're hardly taking any damage in the first place. You know, you're like a weak ass healer drone might be just enough for you, or a little bit of armor regen or something like that. But armor on kill helps you get out of cover. The idea is to take on damage, right? To let that be. It's okay to take damage. If you're not taking damage, that means you're not letting your armor work for you. You want your armor to work for you, right? So, anyway, so if we run this, we're gonna have to, and it's worth the try. We should do it. There's no doubt we're gonna get some nice damage with it. Oh, you know what? I just got some new Hunter's Fury knee pads I need to break in. So I got this one. Look at that. So I can roll max armor on it. Isn't that nice? Isn't that pretty? She's got a pretty mouth. All right, we'll use that one instead. And then let's get rid of the one with the headshot damage to make room. Cool. And then Hunter's Fury here. Okay, we'll equip that. And then the mask. Let's see, what do I got? See if I got a better one than the stash. If I can run all armor, that'd be ideal. It's probably on my other character. But let's stick with that, because actually that I was gonna say, like, you need to compensate for the fact that you have armor on kill on the build, which means we might want to run less armor so that we can take more damage. Yeah, you heard me. In the build strategy, the idea is to take more damage. What's up, Marcelo? I would farm the Matador backpack by playing the global events. So I should review that for everybody real quick anyways. So we're in season 8, right? And so right now we are in Target Luna, okay? And then we got Luna League opening up in 4 days. And then in 1 week, in 4 days, Polarity Switch happens. And so you can just by playing season 8, you're gonna get these named item caches. See, I've already finished my rewards track, but if you haven't, you should be getting named item caches in here. So season caches will also help you get the Matador, and named item caches. I'm looking for one. There's one. These guys here at the bottom. See the bottom there? It says named item caches. So that's how you can farm the Matador. Or you can go into the Dark Zone and play the Dark Zone when it's either Walker and Harris or backpacks. Is the best time. But otherwise, just by playing these events, all of these events like Polarity Switch, even the Luna League, it's got a mini rewards track, Polarity Switch. So the Polarity Switch, you get these red stars every time you level up and complete challenges, and then you can use those red stars as a currency to buy named item caches. So it's all about named item caches, basically. And then, of course, the Dark Zone. It's a Dark Zone exclusive. So that's how you get the Matador. So, yeah, we want to take damage as part of this strategy. Is what I was saying. That's where we left off. So let's roll on some armor, because the idea is to go tanky with these builds. That's the muscle part. When I say the ChatterBox with muscle, that's the muscle's the armor. So let's see here. I think that's all I can do. So we can also get rid of Golan, the perfect intimidate, and we can run a Hunter's Fury chest piece. I'm not sure if I have it on this character though. Yeah, there's one. So that's another alternative. So the advantage of doing this is that it's going to keep those stacking. So you get 5% amplified damage on kill, right? And so by running the chest, it's going to last for 30 seconds instead of 10 seconds, which is a long time, 30 seconds. So you could go that route. And if we do that, then I don't know. What do we do, guys? Run the Memento, right? That's where the Memento comes in. So let's do that route. And then we're going to drop that and go Memento instead. And so that's nice, because then we got, that brings in another weapon damage core. So we'll pick up 15% weapon damage per trophy. Plus, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 40% bonus armor per trophy. So that's pretty attractive. So we're going to need our crit chance up, though. How many? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've still got too many pieces here. So what mask would we run? Probably a Grupo. Oh, but you know what? We want that. Should we leave it armor? Take it armor? Ice Yamamoto, what's going on, man? Rayubs, am I saying your name right? Or is it Ray UBS? Rayubs. What's up, man? Let me see, I might have a Golan. We could also run this Grupo, with armor instead. So let me try that. Let's have some fun with armor. So it's really interesting how this build works if you really think about it, guys. Remember, you've been hearing me say that RPMs is king, right? RPMs is king in this game. It really is. It really is. Like, look at the CTAR. You know, look at those guns, like the ChatterBox, CTAR, like the Rail Splitters, a version that's named version of CTAR, but the Police M4, those high RPM weapons, the Vector, right? They have lower base weapon damage, but they do such a good job at shredding, you know, that it's just like, they tend to have better weapon handling as well, so you end up landing more shots. $58, $158. Okay, so the thing is, we're gonna be stacking that amplify damage and holding on to it longer, right? We're gonna get 20% right off the bat. We're gonna get 20% armor on kill. I'm not sure we're gonna be actually using that, so it's gonna be there just in case. Oh, we can put on more armor. Let's go for it, guys. More armor. But yeah, RPMs are king. I mean, I know that those big, heavy AKMs sound really good, and I've tried it, but I've done lots of testing on them, and I mean, and I like those strong ones too. What up, Giant? 5150 official. What up, brother? Sorry you're late. Demerit, man. Go stand in the hallway. And like the FAMAS. Thank you, Dubsta. Thank you, Dubsta. The FAMAS for sure is really fast. So. And I've done tests where I put on the strongest AKM build in the game, right? And then I ran it solo legendary, and you just miss so many bullets. I put on the Police M4, and immediately it was a game changer. We cleared the whole checkpoint faster in solo legendary. As you just miss so many shots. It's like, why have all that damage if you miss so many shots, you know? And I'm not sure it matters whether you're playing on a controller or a PC. The gun just has horrible recoil, right? And so, you know, so if you're missing all of those shots, you're getting, I mean, if you look at it on a percentage basis, you're just getting a fraction of that damage because you're wasting most of your mag to shooting at the air, right? Okay, so let's go give this one a whirl. So let's test it out here instead. So I'm gonna fast travel while I'm doing that. Why don't you guys enjoy a preview of the next classified build? Alright guys, that's the new classified build. It is officially being released tomorrow, and I'm really excited. It's a ton of fun. And so for those of you that are in Texas Players Club, look out for that. I'll make sure I put out an announcement in the morning when it drops. Also, if you're not in Texas Players Club, then you need to be. If you didn't know, classified builds are secret builds that I create just for Texas Players Club as a thank you for supporting me and the entire community, because that's what I do, is I build and support the community. So, join Texas Players Club. There are links dropping in the feed. There's also links in the description area of this live stream, or if you're catching this on the replay. So, thanks for all your support. All right, so let's kick this party off. All right, so we're really tanky. So, we're going to have to use this shield to our advantage. Oh, riot foam. Trying not to shoot his backpack. A little too close to him, though. We need a mob of enemies so that we can get the RPM up. So I wanted to drop my shield there because I can. Except I'm wanting to protect that bonus armor. That's the reason why I didn't. Reloading on purpose. Pick up more RPMs. Yeah, not melts, no doubt. Ooh, that fucking grenader. Going for his weak point. Got it. Now we're just melting time. Bonus armor's hanging in there. Remember, that's bonus armor's all from the Memento backpack, and it's staying up. A lot from the shield is helping that a lot. Protecting that bonus armor. Trying to keep my agility up too by dropping my shield. So notice I'm not just walking around with the shield like a dumbo. Yeah, so don't do that. You're just attracting bullets. You know what I mean? If you walk around with your shield, you're just attracting bullets. Reloading. See, this, I'm calling out my reloads because that's part of the chameleon strategy. Damn, that riot phone 6 around. So I'm not even paying attention to that gun down there because I'm just relying on my. Look at that bonus armor, guys. Whoa. Got him. So we just endured the pain. So that shield is pretty tanky. That's a tanky shield. It eventually broke at the very end, but we were taking a lot of heat, guys. That was a lot of heat. So the only thing, though, that I don't like is that we're not getting use out of that armor on kill. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not the worst thing. It's like, but I just hate the waste. It's such a big part of this like build set, and we're not using it at all. You know. Does this feel more damage than the first? Feel more powerful than the first build? I think that we started with. I think so. Reloading. Ah, you bastard. Look at that bonus armor though. They're not touching our bonus armor. There it is. Yeah, I mean, Hunter's Fury no doubt has its advantages. Better than Striker for sure on an SMG setup, which is not a surprise, I don't think. Oh, that's an interesting one. Look at that Mad Bomber. That's an interesting one. You see why? So you get skill damage and status effects with Mad Bomber, which is a grenade one, but by running 2 pieces of Gruppo, you get explosive damage. So it's like, makes it really interesting for an explosive grenade build or whatever you call it. I'm gonna keep that for sure. That's a good one. It's still a tough call between the first one and this one. The disorient status effect is helping, sort of. So the downside about the disorient status effect is that when you damage enemies, they, when you kill the enemies, you disorient the group, but then they all kind of bow their heads, and it causes you to miss shots. Oh, that's an interesting one too, huh? Look at that. I know it's probably gonna end up in the trash, but I'll pick it up. Yeah, stuff you guys probably think is trash. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You're probably like, what are you talking about, Tux? It's garbage. Repair skills and skill haste on a Cheska? Yeah, give it to me. I like those rare, unique pieces like that. That might not look like they make a lot of sense, but the reality is they can come together for some really nice off-meta builds. So, okay, so let's take a look at what we got going on here. So, 1.8 million. I think we got the most armor than we had on any of the other builds, and that's because of the Memento backpack, I think. Yeah, because we were running the Coyote mask earlier. Let me get rid of some of this gear that I don't need. Keep that. I mean, but it felt really good. We're running and gunning. I wonder if we can get away with not doing. See, the problem is, like I was gonna say, we get away with not doing going with the shield. You know, because you know, it'll eat into our bonus armor a little bit more, but we're not relying on the bonus armor for damage anymore, right? You know what? The bonus armor was staying up so much. Why don't we try putting on the Matador backpack? Let's see here. Where is our Matador? Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's see if it feels better. Where's my Matador? Where's my Matador? The one with the armor on it. That one. Okay. And then let's put on the Hunter's Fury mask. Unfortunately, I got headshot damage there. Shoot, I should have changed that. But, oh well. And then let's put on our golan chest piece with crits on it. That one. No, we're going to need the one with crit chance also. That one. Okay, so 52, 142. So we need crit chance here. So unfortunately, I got headshot damage on this, so it's not going to be apples to apples. I should re-roll that, but I'm just going to roll with it for now. So this is going to up our amplified damage a lot. So less trophies. I possibly think more bonus armor, and then more consistent damage, because we're going to run 40% amplified damage on the chest, which is more amplified damage altogether. So now we got 40% amplified damage on the chest, plus 20% amplified damage from Apex Predator, plus 5% amplified damage per kill up to 5 times, which is at least 25% amplified damage. It's actually more than that because it's multiplicative. So, but let's just say at a minimum, that's 45 for easy math numbers. So 45 plus 40, that's 80, right? So we're going to be pulling 85% amplified damage. So let's give this one a whirl. Castle Rake, what's up? Dark Angel, member for 4 months. Look at you, bro. At the hardcore level, too. Appreciate your support, my man. Dark Angel, did you see, have you been on the chat for a little bit? The live stream for a little bit? I got a new classified build dropping tomorrow for everybody that's in Texas Players Club. So you guys can know who's in Texas Players Club because they got that little skull next to their name. So that's how you know who's in Texas Players Club. And so also for you guys that are in the club, there's if you didn't know this, the easiest way to find that members only content is just by going to my YouTube homepage, my YouTube channel, the standard homepage there. And at the top is a playlist for members only. It's the second playlist down. So let's just kill these guys real quick. Reloading. Here she go. So, and then also I was gonna say that if you're not on Discord, you should head over there. I do have a members only playlist. I'm sorry, not playlist, but channel, members only channel. So if you want me to like pimp your builds, oh shit, I accidentally set off the fucking hornet's nest. God damn it. Okay, let's get down into the hornet's nest. Of course, it's always all these riot foamers, huh? We survived it, though. Oof. Okay. They're kind of all in dumb places. Let's see. We actually took a lot of heat there. You can't even tell. Yup. I mean, we're taking a lot of pain, guys. We are. I mean, that was actually really rough. It was really rough. See, I gotta finish shooting this because the stupid civilians are over there focused on it. You know what I mean? They're all focused on a dead turret that I see, because I just blow out the timing belt, I mean the bullet belt on it, and then kind of move on. But the civilians, come on, jump, you idiot. Oh god, I'm on the wrong side. Shoot. Reload. Gotta get rid of that foamer. There we go. Look, our armor's still up. I'm taking a lot of heat. Come on, die. So you know what's throwing me off is like there's a sound lag in the gameplay right now, and that's actually throwing me off. I use my full senses when I play. Reloading on purpose. Holy shit. This thing's on fire. My goddamn controller's hot. That thing, I mean, oh, the RPMs that come out of this thing, it would probably, in real life, your barrel would probably be melted, right? Let's see, RNK, Fenris, crit damage, skilled. Man, I'm gonna trash that. I don't use Fenris anymore. I've been saying that lately. You're better off with Grupo or Cheska or... The only time Fenris chest piece would come in handy is if, I guess, if you're not running a crit build, if you're going a non-crit build. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? So... it's a little light on the armor on this one. But, I mean, that, gosh, Adrenaline Rush, guys, I don't know, man. That is just a really good talent. You know, it's not new or anything like that, but I hardly use it. You know, I only use it for builds just like this, you know, where I'm going to be running and gunning, and I know I'm going to be playing in tight, and I know I'm going to be in the kill zone, really, right? And so if you're always in the kill zone, there's nothing better than Adrenaline Rush. It's really good for tank builds altogether, but not just for tank builds, but whatever. But, you know, it's just like that Adrenaline Rush was always there. It was just always there. Whether it was a little bit or a lot, it was always there. It was always, the bonus armor was just always on, you know. But it's not that, you know, when we were running the Memento backpack, I wasn't missing the bonus armor. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's worth trying. Let's run I know people run these builds, and I do sometimes too, but let's run the Memento with golan. So now we got this is like probably the max damage scenario, right? Because you're getting the 40% amplified damage here, then you're getting the at least 45% amplified damage from Apex Predator, right? So that's 85% amplified damage. Now we're getting the what do you call it? 30% weapon damage when we're at full stack, plus 5% weapon damage for per skill weapon core, which are 2. So we're getting 10 weapon damage bonus every time we pick up a trophy. And then, of course, we're getting the stacked damage bonus per enemy in front of our shield, and then the bonus armor. So this is probably going to pan out to be a good one too. It's just that it's going to be less reliable. It's going to require a kill to activate that chest piece, right? Because we got to pick up a trophy in order to get that bonus armor. So let's see. Yeah, I like that Dark Winter. I actually haven't used the Dark Winter in a long time, but it is one of my favorite weapons in the game. And that's because, you know, again, like I said, I think I love high RPM weapons. I really, really like them. And the Vector, of course, is the fastest weapon in the game next to the ChatterBox. So I would say the fastest non-exotic in the game. Reloading. I keep forgetting to reset the sound before I start the fight. I should have done that again. I keep forgetting. Okay, so now I'm gonna kickstart this thing. Pick up some trophies. And I remember, look at all that bonus armor. That's a lot. I'm lacking crit damage. Just like we should have more crit damage. I didn't roll one on my mask, so we are light. Really? I missed all those shots? Really? That's impossible. Right, foam is killing me. Woohoo! Yeah, you feel the power in this one. This is by far the most powerful one of them all. You got to remember that those damage pickups per trophy, it gets amplified, right? Because of the amplified damage. So it's not just, you know, 10% weapon damage. It's 10% weapon damage amplified. Where'd this fucker go? I got better things to do than to chase you around, man. We got people to kill. Which way are they gonna come, guys? Left or right? Left or right? Make a call, make a call, make a call. Going left. So it is a variable. I don't know if you guys knew that. Reloading. You gotta move fast though. You want to use every ounce of that bonus armor. So I'm trying to get there and I lost it. Wasn't fast enough apparently. Reloading. Makes a world of difference in squeezing that reload, guys. Reloading. I mean, that's how you know the RPMs are king, because just the reloading action just like is a world of difference. It's worth it. So obviously you're like, you know, you're not shooting at that moment of reload, right? So you kind of interrupt your damage process to reload, which could be looked at as a downside, but it's just worth it. Get rid of this boss. See if we can out DPS this lady. Oh, I don't know if we're going to. Oh, we did it. That bonus armor saved us. Nice. That's saying something, guys. That is actually saying something, because look at all that armor we got, and we out DPS'd her. Oops. So we got all that armor, and we out DPS'd her. So that's sort of, those are those clutch moments. Does the build work or not? And it's those moments those are the moments you're looking for. Can I out DPS her? I have no shield. I was out of armor, almost completely out. And then I killed her, and what happened, right? We get the 20% armor on kill from the Hunter's Fury, and then we get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% bonus armor because we grabbed that trophy. So it's like 50% bonus armor on kill, right? So that's the test. Does the build work? So not only did we get the kill, we weren't worthless after that kill. We amped up our power because of the Hunter's killer chest piece, right? So we, because we killed her, we also got our armor back and bonus armor, and we amped up our power. We scaled up our power because of that kill. We didn't just survive, I guess is my point. So we out DPS'd her, we survived, and then we came out stronger on the other end. And that's why I would say this build works. This build works. They all have worked, don't get me wrong. Here's a nice Sokolov one. But that was a nice proof of concept right there. In a tough situation, you're going to come out ahead, and we do. So we gonna get any good gear today, guys, or what? I think at the end of the day, I would say probably for me, Striker's off the list, and I have run this build with Striker before, and I did enjoy it. But like if it was, if I had to make a choice between all the builds that we've tested today, I would say probably the Striker one is off the list. There's just too much redundancy going on. It worked, you can do it and survive and probably even have fun too. But there's just so much redundancy. It felt strong, it felt powerful, but after testing them all, it didn't feel like it was the most powerful. Now this one is probably the most powerful, but it is situational in the sense where it's like, it's, you know, probably very heroic conducive, right? It's, you want to run it for heroic type content. You want to be moving fast. You want to be playing out of cover because it's, you need to pick up those trophies, and then you need those trophies to last, so they to the next engagement, so you can keep Intimidate up. That's kind of an interesting one there too, Douglas. I mean, that'd make an interesting TDI card pistol skill build, but I'm gonna delete it. So you know, I'm still having a hard time deciding on which one I like the most. You know, that first one was just so. Yeah, why don't we save this, and then we're gonna have to go back to that first one. So rename Hunter Fury Chatter. And then the one that we were running, oh, it was a ChatterBox build, so this one. Nope, but not that one. I don't remember what we named it. Might just have to pick it up again. So I'm gonna try to rerun it like we had before, because I think that first one, if we take off the Coyote's mask, might be really interesting. If we try taking off the Coyote's mask. Actually, let me leave the Memento for a second. And then we're gonna put on, so we had Contractor's Gloves, right? We had the Fox's Prayer with armor, so we had the max armor there. And then we had Walker down here. And so this one had more crits than any of the other ones too, which was kind of nice. So I was able to actually run a different golan chest piece. It was the one with headshot damage, was that one, because we didn't need the crit chance. Now before, so I'm gonna try to make a change up here. So before we had the Walker backpack. Let me see if I have a Walker mask that makes sense. I might need to go. Yeah, let me go. Let me reset this. The White House. If I can get a Walker, that would be interesting. So let's try using the Memento backpack on the very first build that we started out with. So we're gonna have all that multiplicative damage, and then we're gonna get that armor regen and stuff as well on top of that bonus armor. Not that we really needed it, but I think it would most be interesting is also picking up that weapon damage per trophy as well. Yeah, Simon Taylor, I hear you. Like, Hunter's Fury is just like, it's just like the perfect gear set for out of cover, right? Now, the only thing I gotta say though is that we weren't using the. I mean, in that last one, there was a situation where we used it, but in the earlier versions of Hunter's Fury, the thing is like, you don't want to go, too tanky with Hunter's Fury, because when you do, if you're playing off of bonus armor, especially if you're playing off of bonus armor, I guess that's my point. If you're playing off of bonus armor, then they never touch your real armor, and so you don't ever need to armor a kill, and it seems kind of wasteful. That's the only thing I can complain about. You don't always need armor on kill, especially when you got lots of bonus armor. Okay, here's a Walker Harris. I might use that one. Here's a perfect one. Walker and Harris. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so that's going to allow us to run, to get rid of the Coyote's mask, which was helpful. Don't get me wrong. I liked having that burst crit damage. But this is going to give us the trophies stacking, and so we're going to get burst weapon damage instead. Well, really, it's going to be stacking weapon damage. Let me see how much crit chance we got. We got 56, so we're good. This will be interesting, actually, to run this one. Cool. So we're at 56, 152. Okay, and so, and then we're going to be picking up. Then we got the 40% amp damage. We got all of this stacking multiplicative damage. So we're at 13% armor damage, multiplicative. And then we got the 8% damage to targets out of cover, which is also multiplicative. And then we're going to have the Memento stacking on top of that. And then we have the damage bonus per enemy with the shield. So, yeah, this will be cool. Okay. So let me run. Let's go back here. What up, Anmo? I'm glad you're checking out the content and liking it, man. I see you're a Celtics fan. Is that your little icon there? Cool, cool. Welcome to the channel, bro. Yeah, I had made a decision last year, actually before the turn of the year, to save all my PvP content for Heartland. And the problem with that decision was that then they delayed Heartland. So, we would be seeing my PvP content now, but unfortunately delayed. But the good news is that Heartland is just around the corner.
You can't be any geek off the street. Got to be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
Next 4 to 8 weeks, I think Heartland will be released. That's a guess, though. Dark Devil, welcome, brother, to Texas Players Club. Woo woo! Welcome to the Players Club. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for supporting me and the channel and the cause. Most importantly, for supporting the cause. Let's keep the Division 2 dream alive. Also, if for those of you that are just joining Texas Players Club, if you guys didn't know that you get access, and you joined a Hardcore Bandito member level. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. So that gives you top tier access to the members only content. So you get access to the classified builds, which are secret builds I make just for Texas Players Club, and these are actually extra builds that I make as a thank you for supporting me, in addition to all the other builds that I create. So if you want access to those and you're not in Texas Players Club, then just be like Dark Devil and hit the join button. We appreciate it. And you can find those classified builds once you're a member. You have to be at least a True Bandido member level to get access to the builds. And then if you're a hardcore member, you also get access to digital download and gamer music playlists. And actually now's a really good time, Dark Devil, because I have a new gamer music playlist that's just about to hit. And so I just got to get this classified build out tomorrow, and then the gamer music playlist will probably drop over the weekend. So look forward to that. And thank you very much. Somebody asked me, KO Ken, TuxedoBandido X Clan. All right, man. Glad to have you on board. I'm on the Xbox myself. Biko, are you asking how many builds I've tested today or overall? Because if it's overall, it'd be thousands. Today, I think this would be our... So we're making it... We went full circle, so we tested... Let's just count. So we got the... We started out with a version of this one, the multiplicative. We'll call it the multiplicative build. Okay, so that was build 1. And then we went to a striker build, right, next. So that was 2. Then we went to a Hunter's Fury build. That was 3. And then we made a change to the Hunter's Fury build, which was 4. And I think, did we run Hunter's Fury 3 times? So then we had 3 versions of Hunter's Fury, I think. We made 3 changes. And so I think we made 3 changes. So let's just say, so we had 1, 2, 3. So we had 3 builds, and then the third build was A, B, and C. And now we're going back to the first build, and we made a change. So it's like, so 1A, 1B, build 2, which was Striker, and then 3 versions of Hunter's Fury. Officially. So officially, I would say we have 3 builds that we are testing out here today. 3 builds, and we're making iterations to each one of those builds. So Striker, we crossed off Striker. I decided it was just didn't feel as good as the other versions. So that knocks us down to 2 builds. So this is build 1B now. So the change here is the backpack and the mask. So we took off the Matador backpack with a perfect adrenaline rush, and we put on the Memento. And then we put the Walker on the mask now instead of the Coyote mask. And so that's the change from build 1 to build 1B. And I think with the Hunter's Fury, we just tried a bunch of different things, right? Where we, oops, getting turned in a circle. Oh, you know what? Hey guys, let me reset that sound issue that we were having earlier, because that was just kind of annoying. It just takes a quick second. Give me one. There you go, we're back. So Castle Rake says, hey Tux, have you done a build with hardwire? Actually, I did create a hardwire build recently, and actually it was really off meta, not like you think. So most people create, basically there's not too many good hardwire builds. I mean, there's one, in my opinion, is that there's one that people use for raids a lot, and it's really specific, and nobody really uses it outside of the raid, and that's basically the drone killer one, right? And then, in addition to that, people use it for unlimited seeker mines. So that's the only 2 real hardwire builds there are. It's just because this gear set is sort of basic. What's this guy doing? So the one that I use it for the Wingman build. So if you saw the Wingman series, and I think it ended up being a live stream, so you might look into that playlist on my channel. But it was, and so I used it to help as a team support build to apply bonus armor. And I can't remember exactly how it's set up because it's been some weeks now. God damn it, they're all too far away. Try to get them. So sometimes I just kind of run around and try to get them to pull in a little closer.
Reinforcements in place.
God, these guys are... I feel like they do more rolling around when you have a shield. Am I right? I'm seeing a lot of red on this build. I don't know about you guys. That's because we got rid of the Matador. Oh, you see those 2 turrets right there? You see those 2 turrets? That's nasty. That's fucked up. Reload. We gotta kill this guy or we're gonna die. Oh, that was a bad little turret scenario. Look at that bonus armor though. Look at it now. Should have killed you earlier. I wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It started out a little rough. It's hard to gauge whether that was the build or just the situation. We're gonna get whaled here. We needed to kill. Ah, oh, yep. See, that's the situation there. It's like we need a kill. See the difference? So, yeah, that was a big difference. So the difference was that we didn't have adrenaline rush to give us that bonus armor, and so once we lost our bonus armor, we needed that kill. And there was too many. It was too many enemies. It was hard to focus on. Okay, who do I got? Who do I got? I was like, do I go to the turret? Do I go to the? Go to the enemy? And my gun was having a hard time picking. I guess. Oh my god, that guy just wasted all my bullets because he's standing in front of my muzzle. Look how fast they ran, huh? They're so fast. They make me feel like I am the laziest motherfucker. I'm the laziest Homeland Security Division agent, you know? Who did they pick? They picked a lot of lazy motherfuckers if we're this slow. They didn't give us any recommended exercise regimen, apparently. Fuck you, lady. Come on. You got a grenade off on me like that? Whatever. While I was in motion and you fucking landed it? What a bitch. A horrible, horrible thing to do to a person. Grenade him in the back? That's a chump move. Yeah, so we lost the bonus armor right there. I don't know, maybe Adrenaline Rush was a better way to go. I might have to try to put that on again. Sometimes it's the situation, right? No two fights are the same. So there's that. Ooh, let's try to catch a spawn. Reloading. The same situation. When you get enemies on all sides, you cut. Oh, yep, that's the same situation. So when you got enemies all like not grouped together, right? Like in a perfect little group, and you're taking heat, and you kind of have to pick a target, and you, it doesn't go in your favor with this backpack. It's weird that I'm waking up with bonus armor though. When I get up, I get that bonus armor, which is kind of odd. Oh, really? You're way over here? Come on, you chump. What a chump. I mean, it works. It works. I just don't think you're just getting enough benefit out of the Memento backpack. I think that you're better off having that defensive bonus armor just coming back and forth, always basically on. I'm gonna put that back on. I want to run it again. Ooh, that's a nice walker glove, isn't it? I have a hard time like getting good walker, you know? Either that or I keep deleting it, or it goes in MIA on me. But I like when I'm looking for walker pieces, because I want to, like, walker's actually really good for skill builds. I don't know if you guys knew that. Like, it makes really good like hybrid skill builds, because then you can use that multiplicative damage to in your favor. So let me pull. You know what? It'd be interesting to run damage to health actually as well, because you run into a lot of non-elites also. And so that would be kind of an interesting run. But you're better off running crits, so we're going to do that. Because crits applies to elites and non-elites, right? Both. It's more consistent damage. Okay, so this is the original build that we started off with. So we're back to 1A. And that's because I just want to see how it compares to the Memento backpack. And I think that's like when you're in those situations, it's like you got these high RPMs, you're throwing your body at big groups of people, like, you know, having that bonus armor all the way up. I guess it goes to say that 40% amplified damage on your chest piece is enough for anything. You know, that's basically the biggest chunk of damage on our build is that chest piece. And if you have that all the way up, then you're pretty good to go.
Also, control point nearby.
You know what? Let me put this. Since we're back to the first build, I'm gonna put this build up so you guys can take a quick look at it. Okay. So just know that we're running crit chance and crit damage everywhere. But otherwise, here's a snapshot of the build. The Madraskal! What's going on, bud? What up? Group of Unknowns, good to see you back, brother. Did you just jump in? Did you jump in earlier? Group of Unknowns. Let me get to your question, actually, because you had a good one. It says, hey, Tux, is it better to run the Biomask, the Exotic Holster for skills, or the Memento for efficiency? For the Oxidizer build, I'm talking. Okay. Good question. Okay, so not the Biomask. The Biomask is absolutely a no, because the Biomask only procs for status effects, and Oxidizer is skill damage, and so that is confusing for people. So it's a very common mistake. But the Oxidizer is not status effects; it's skill damage, and so it wouldn't actually proc. This wouldn't proc the Biomask. So yeah, and the Biomask would be a no. So when it comes to whether you run the wave holster or the waveform holster, the waveform holster, the Memento. Now the Memento is hands down way better than the waveform holster. Okay, way better. And the reason why it's way better is because the Memento backpack gives you a 30% skill efficiency. Right? And the waveform, at least 30% skill efficiency. That's just the long-term buffs. On short-term buffs, you're getting even more. And you're getting the bonus armor. And you're getting the weapon damage. Okay, but just forget you don't get any of the armor regen and the bonus armor and the weapon damage for a second. You're going to get 30% skill efficiency when you got 30 of those stacked. Plus, more skill efficiency every time you pick one up. Probably 30% more skill efficiency every time you pick up a trophy. Now the waveform, I don't have the waveform here, but the waveform holster only gives you 30% skill damage. So the question is, what's better, 30% skill damage or 30% to 60% skill efficiency? And the answer is skill efficiency. Skill efficiency includes skill damage plus skill haste plus duration. If you're running the Oxidizer, you want all of those things because the Oxidizer is not that great of a skill build. It's really a support skill build, right? Like if you try to use it as like a tip of spear offensive skill build, the Oxidizer, you know, you're better off just using something like a turret, an artillery turret, or a sticky bomb, or something else like that, because, or even the fire chem, because the enemies kind of roll into the cloud and they roll out of the cloud, and you end up like having to use your whole your whole stash of chems just to kill like a few enemies. It just takes too long, I guess is my time. It just takes too long. Not that it's not powerful. It says that the enemies are pretty smart. So they'll take damage and then they'll get out of that damage. And so, you know, the NPC behavior, it's not that the skill isn't strong, it's just that it's stagnant. You shoot it in one spot and it stays there. It doesn't follow the enemy around like a turret or a drone does, right? So it's really good as a support build for DPS. So if the rest of your team is DPS, then the Oxidizer build is all right to run, as long as you got a strong DPS team. So basically what the Oxidizer does is just kind of take a little bit of their armor down so that your DPS has an easier time killing them, right? And so otherwise it's just too slow. Compare it to your other strong skill builds, and you'll realize, well, my other skills kill way faster. I might as well just flip to my other skill, you know? or use the Oxidizer as a backup skill. It's good as a backup skill too. You know, like a turret and an Oxidizer, so that's cool too. So, but the Oxidizer poses a lot of problems, right? You get yourself killed a lot. Pretty easy because, like, if an ally runs in front of you as you're shooting the chem, you end up getting that backsplash. That probably happens more than once in a legendary run for sure. So, anyways, it is what it is. But so the other part of that question is like, how much time are you spending out of cover? So if you're really hunkered down and you're not able to get out of cover, then you might just be okay with running the waveform. Or if you're patient, even in Legendary, and you know that you're eventually going to get your trophies all stacked up, then go with the Memento. So from there, it's just preference, but the Memento is better, hands down, because of that skill efficiency. So you're better off running like 3-piece Empress. So with Empress, you either run 3-piece Empress International or don't run it at all. So run 3-piece Empress and then run the Memento or the Waveform. Excuse me. And that's because Empress is giving you skill efficiency also. You'd also make good with the Murakami knee pads, Emperor's Guard knee pads, right? So those give you skill duration. Skill duration helps your chems. Not all chems, okay? Only skill damage chems. So only the Oxidizer. Also the healer chem. So the healer chem and the Oxidizer chem are the only chems that make use of skill duration. And so it'll keep your cloud hanging in the air longer so that the enemies can run through it multiple times before it dissipates completely. Now, the only downside of that is that you can, skill duration, if your cloud hangs out too long, you might accidentally run through it and get yourself killed also. So, you know what I'm saying? Like if the cloud is hanging out there too long and you're like, okay, cool, we cleared the wave and now we can all run forward. But your Oxidizer cloud is still there, so you end up running through it and end up dying. Anyways, but really good question, man. Really good question. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to answer that one for you. Castle Rake. Let's yeah, Hunter UK. That's right. That's right. So sorry, I see your question there, Castle. But let me answer Hunter UK's comment there. It says, hey, Tux, love the hardwired build for Drone Killer and Seeker Mine for the Summit. Just rinse and repeat, spam 2 kills, 1 for after. Absolutely. I think those are the most popular builds for that. Oh, this is a fucking mess. They're everywhere. What do we get ourselves into, guys? All right, this is going to be the true test. Let's go. Did you see that convoy coming? There's an elite convoy back there, so this is going to be a big fight. This will be the ultimate test. Where's that convoy? I want to find that convoy. Oh, heavy machine gunner. He's going to wail on me. Let's just displace him. We got to press him. Oh, there's somebody behind me, too. Got it. It's nice being a tank. Damn, they're everywhere, guys. I don't even know where they are. I'm like, just moving. Just shaking and baking, you know what I'm saying? Shake and bake, motherfuckers! We're taking damage at range, so you don't want to do that. Looks like there's a group behind us. Let's see here. Come on in, guys. Water's nice. $480 per tick. Yeah, that sounds good, man. Group of unknowns. So I want to kill these guys that are kind of floating around us before I take the heart of the group. Damn it, I messed up there. I shouldn't have dropped my shield. Oh! God damn it! That was a bunch of bullshit. I mean, they're shooting at us from where? You know what I mean? We were like so far away. Like, whatever. No, I don't run Sokolov anymore. I stopped running Sokolov a while ago. Yeah, so what the Sokolov isn't bad either. Like, actually, you can use Sokolov to your advantage to come with the highest amount of crit damage on your build if you want to go that route. But this one is this, we're going all multiplicative damage, tanky. So if you wanted to go crit and wanted to go more crit, you could go, you can run, well, I guess 2 pieces of Sokolov on your holster, and Sokolov in your backpack, but then you'd lose Perfect Intimidate. I'm an Adrenaline Rush. There's no real room for Sokolov here. And so the reason why I'm running Walker is for the damage to armor. That 5% damage to armor. But it would be worth the test, to your point though, Simon, that would I be better off running weapon damage, 10% weapon damage plus 15% crit damage versus 5% damage to armor and 5% weapon damage? Maybe. It'd be close. It'd be close. One or the other is probably only a small advantage, whatever the advantage is. But the only reason why I'm running Walker, just so you know, is for that damage to armor. Otherwise, I would probably run a Grupo piece. But it was a good example of what just happened there. Like, you don't want to get caught at range, right? Like, playing at range, you just get, with any build, doesn't matter. Shotguns, SMGs, it's just like, Adrenaline Rush is not helping you at range. And that's what happened to us in that last one. They were shooting us all the way from basically the front door of the No Hope Hotel. That's where we were taking damage from, which is complete bullshit, which is what upset me. It's just like, really? We're taking damage from way up there. Those guys were the ones shooting us. And I was way over there in that back corridor. And we were taking those bullets like they were laser beams. And that's the part that upsets me. It's just like, okay, come on. Their accuracy can't be that good. You know what I mean? I mean, we can't hit them from that distance, yet they can hit us from that distance. It's just like, whatever. They're trained soldiers, but I'm some sort of secret division Homeland Security agent. I'm pretty badass myself. Yes, I'm a sleeper cell, but pretty fucking badass. So my aim is pretty good too, right? Reloading. Taking punches, man. Just lost a shield. Damn. Yeah, this isn't gonna go well either. Because we don't got any, yeah, damn it. So we don't have any damage to armor, right? So, I mean, armor on kill. So, once we lost our armor in that situation, then we were getting penalized for it. I don't remember what change we made anyways. What change did we make? No, we're back to the original. Okay, that's right. Maybe we just got unlucky. Because it felt pretty good the first time we used it, that's for sure. Problem is, it's like they're everywhere, right? Fuck, guys. Yeah, feels so good. Taking pain from the back. See, that bonus armor just keeps coming back though, right? No armor on kill, and look at our armor. Great spawn killing build for sure. Yeah, that was better. I mean, that was aggressive, guys. That was a hairy situation. There was a lot of enemies we had to fight just to get to that door, right? Reloading. Lost our shield. That's trouble. Gotta get in there. Get that bonus armor. Then we get that. Oh, that's not gonna end good. Yeah. Oh god, why do they do that? Why do they double tap you? I mean, come on. We're just gonna respawn and then go back. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, why do they do that? Yeah, and I would, Simon, I would run a Sokolov trial. I just started throwing away my Sokolov. I started, you know what I mean? Like, just because of stash issues. It's just, I don't use Sokolov enough to keep it. And a lot of that's because Hunter's Fury replaced a lot of Sokolov builds, right? The Hunter's Fury is just better off. But I don't think I have any Sokolov pieces to even try to test it. I know I have like 1 or 2 saved on my other character, but I think they have like hazard protection on them. So there's been a couple. So this is worth mentioning. Like, there's been a couple scenarios where we've needed that armor on kill, right? And the difference is actually, let me. The difference has been, do you have time to heal up or not? And the answer is no, because you're surrounded by 5 enemies. And so all of that has to do with distance, though, usually. You know, pulling in close enough to the enemies, getting in there as fast as possible so that your bonus armor kicks in, and then you're not going to take that damage, and then it won't be an issue. So that's usually the actual problem isn't it's more play style and situations, and that you need to play aggressive, really. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Reloading. Like, they're playing hardcore now, aren't they? They smell blood in the water. Come on, really? I'm taking turret damage from like way out there. See, that's... Oh, and up there, I'm on the top. Jesus Christ! They're everywhere. It's the game, though. Gotta have answers for that, right? Here we go. Those turrets are nasty, right? Gotta shake and bake. So a lot of that is not the build. Surviving that little skirmish, which is all about the moves. Dropping the shield, using your tuck and rolls, playing your angles. Had nothing to do with the build. Well, the bonus armor helps. Reloading. Yeah, I mean, so you do have to pull it nice and okay. We don't want to run that guy. It's this way. Oh, I lost my shield. I didn't realize that. Really? Running way over there? Lost armor. So I have to keep my shield up. That's a problem. See, luckily I rolled into him for that bonus armor, but let's see if we can kill him before he kills us. Woo! That was fucking close, to be honest with you. Ooh, that's a nice one. Oh, I don't know if I have any room for it though, right? Dave. Yeah, that's my issue, guys. I don't have any room for anything. I'm gonna have to delete something. I'm gonna have to delete this, unfortunately. I like these hybrid pieces like that. where it's like Hannah U or a Wyvern with crits on it. I have tried to collect those for every gear slot. And Hannah U is nice because if you run combined arms on your backpack, then try not to blow up her backpack, just so you know, because I'm too close. So if you blow up those backpacks and you're that close, then you end up blowing yourself up too, right? There it is, ladies and gents. What do you think it is? It's the tardigrade. Don't they look pretty to get exotics though? Aren't they so pretty in the air? Beautiful, huh? That's pretty little fuchsia. Let's see, it's the rolls aren't that bad either. That would actually be interesting to run tardigrade, some sort of like the armor break. Speaking of Sokolov, it wouldn't work though, but that was a tough fight. That was a tough fight. A lot of out of cover stuff. Enemy really spread out. Turrets welling on us from distance. That's your biggest weakness. So, but like I said, I think like it doesn't matter what build we were running. Like in all those situations, I think that would have been basically the same scenario. Now, granted, except for Hunter's Fury, you know, it still requires the kill, but if you do, then you got that. At least you get that status effect, you know. And then some of that armor on kill would have been helpful in those scenarios. So, yeah. So I mean, I guess that I think that puts the nail in the coffin for me, guys. So this is a really, really good build, hands down. Absolutely loved it. The fact that we survived the things that we survived with it and shredded and spawn killed with it says it all. I mean, that's an absolute beautiful build. I definitely recommend it. So as a matter of fact, let me save it over this one, that ChatterBox build. So that's the original. And then let's go back to the other one. This one was the strongest of the set. It's making you got at least 85%. It's actually more though, but I'm just rounding down the math to make it easier, okay? So it's 40% amplified damage plus 45% amplified damage. So it's 85% amplified damage. And again, it's actually more, but I'm rounding down the math. So 85% amplified damage plus your Memento pickups. Now, it's you know, so you have to basically proc Intimidate. It's not going to be up as often as the other builds, but you got a base set of 45% amplified damage coming your way anyways. So it's a nice redundancy is what you have going on. But the status effects on top of, well, it's mostly the status effects. The status effects is also just really adding a ton of survivability. So that's the strongest build, but we also ran it, if you recall, we ran it with the Walker backpack, and it did an amazing job as well. And basically what we showed is that you just having that consistent amplified damage, because you always have bonus armor, goes a long ways, right? And this is gonna make you tankier, a lot tankier, okay? And so where the bonus armor for Memento expires, right? So it's hard to call yourself tankier because of that. So it's mostly there just to proc Intimidate. But where I feel like the adrenaline rush is just so, it's up so often and for so long that, well, it's actually only 5 seconds, but it feels like it's up way longer. And I think that's because 5-second cooldown, because the cooldown is 5 seconds and it stays for 5 seconds. So it just feels like it's always up, right? Because of that. It's short cycles that it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, but it's always triggering. Hey, Torfin, what's up? So yeah, I mean, so I think, you know, again, it's not a surprise, but the Hunter's Fury route is probably the best route with this build. Versus the other one. The other one did really well, but I guess if it just the added perks from the disorient status effect, and then every now and again you get into a rare situation. It is rare, but that armor on kill comes in handy when you happen to get in trouble. It just doesn't happen a lot, you know. So I'm gonna run it actually one more time with the Walker backpack because I want to. I don't remember how godly it felt, so I'm gonna try the Walker backpack. A Torfin from Norway. All right, man. We got a lot of people from Norway on my channel. Love my Norwegian friends. A lot of Dutch speakers on our Discord as well. We actually opened up a channel for people that speak Dutch, which I realize it's not Norwegian, but just saying, from the north. But yeah, man, welcome. By the way, if you guys haven't joined my Discord, you should. It's the place to be. Whether you want to group up, hook up with clans, raid, that's the spot. Also, it's a good place to talk builds. Okay, so now we got the adrenaline rush, right? Yeah. Okay, so reloading. So they haven't cut through that bonus armor yet. Ooh, there's a guy right fucking there. I didn't see him. Ooh, let's pop that flare, huh?
Agent requesting backup. Reinforcements incoming. Eyes ready to be patrol detected.
Let's get this enemy patrol. Reloading. Ooh, that grenade hurt. Oh, we're in trouble. Get that kill. Get that kill. See, that's one of those situations. Oh god, those grenaders fucking suck. Oh, come on. What the fuck? I don't know what happened, but we died. We didn't survive it. Wick the Swede, what up? Sweetster! Yeah, we're doing ChatterBox builds. And we're back to, we're kind of back to our, we narrowed it down to basically 2 builds. You know, we're back to the Hunter's Fury set, but these are tank builds. So I call it the ChatterBox with muscle because we're going tank. We're going tanky. So I'll give you a quick look at it. So as you can see, we're at 1.6 million armor. Oh, actually, let's fix this. Let's fix this because we've been running this. I'm gonna reset control points. We've been running this with less armor than we, I'm sorry, less crit damage than we really have because I had a headshot damage on the mask. So I'm gonna fix that. You're on a PS5, Torfin? Right on. Yeah, I think that's what happened too, MK. Yeah, you're right. I think I was gonna say, I think I either blew up his weak point as he was headbutting me or he launched a grenade. Usually he doesn't launch a grenade when he's close. He switches to his shotgun, but he might have. Hey guys, I'm gonna change this mask to crit damage, and while I'm doing that, enjoy this promo for the new classified build that's gonna launch tomorrow. Alright guys, that's the new Nightcrawler build, is what it's called. Nightcrawler. Like the X-Men Nightcrawlers, not the weird film Joaquin Phoenix Nightcrawler. Anyways, that one is going to be launched tomorrow, and it's a really cool build. I'm really excited. Super off meta and a lot of fun. Works both in group and solo play. So look out for that. And you got to be at least a True Bandido member level to get access to classified builds, which are secret builds made just for Tux's Players Club. So I create them as a thank you. These are extra builds that I create as a thank you for supporting me in the channel, and of course the Division 2 cause. So thank you for all that have joined and supported me on the Texas Players Club side. And if you need to join, just hit the link that you see in the chat or in the description area below. Okay, so here we are. So all I did was fix the mask. Okay, so it's the same build. I just added, we had headshot damage on that mask, and I changed it back to crit damage what we need. So as you can see, we're at 58, 154. So that a little bit of crit damage is actually going to probably make a big difference, believe it or not. So let's kick this party off. What'd I do? Pull out the shotgun on accident? Okay, so let's get out there. So let's use our fancy moves so we can make our way to the back. So they're gonna be coming in from behind us. Ooh, it's gonna be a busy little control point, isn't it? I can tell. See all those guys over there? We're fighting these onesie twosies at a time, so I don't get the RPM bonus that I'm looking for. There we go. Reloading. This is an annoying fight right now. Come on, give me some action. Give me like a big group of dudes. There we go. Who's shooting at us from the back? Where'd they go? Who's shooting at me from the back? I know they were. I see these red circles everywhere and it's throwing me off, you know what I mean? On the radar. Those red, like, I feel like I'm surrounded, but I can't find anybody. You know what I mean? They're all on the other side of the fence. Flanking pattern, flanking pattern. Serpentine! Serpentine! Alright, which way are they gonna come, guys? Call it, left or right? Left or right? Back.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Get on my face. Yeah, Adrenaline Rush is nice. I'm not gonna lie, it like makes it like when you lose it, you know you're gonna get it back. It's just so much more convenient. Here we go. Reloading. Jesus Christ. Little wiggle worm? When does Circus come to town? I mean, can I? Jesus Christ, he got up there so fast.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
So I left that enemy because I want the group. I want the big group. I swear there was a guy over here.
Hostile supply convoy nearby.
My mask is kind of interesting, but I'm gonna have to lose it. Didn't empty my backpack like I should have. It's been foggy here all day today. Who's this last guy? Oh god, he's all the way over there? He just came from over there. I need my go-go gadget jetpack. Oh, here comes some roguies. Now that's gonna be interesting. We're gonna need some ammo, maybe. Let's look at some of that.
Rogue agent detected.
So the problem with rogues are their skills, right? That's where you're gonna run into some trouble. But it's no better way to test a build. Atmo, #1 gear set.
Sniper turret.
I feel like I just answered that question the other day to my, and I think it probably is. Well, Hunter's Fury. Well, the problem with Hunter's Fury is it's situational, but for what it does, it's damn good. What I mean by situational is like you gotta play in close or it's no good, right? So it's hard to say that Hunter's Fury is the best gear set because it depends on your playstyle. So if you're not a run and gun, I get in your face kind of guy, then you can't really call it that, right? You're getting wailed on from afar. Strikers, I think, is pretty good. I mean, I think it's pretty practical. Strikers, you know, works for close range and short range. Negotiators. Thank you. That's the one I was looking for. Negotiators. I was like, I just answered this question. I know I did. Negotiators is the best. That little fucking thing is gonna annoy me. I don't want to fight it. Woo! See, her skill made my skill proc, my RPMs go up. She had a, see, she popped her skill and made it think that there was 2 enemies. So I got the RPM bonus. So face inking rogues is a good sign. I mean, we're pretty tanky. Adrenaline rush is really helping us. And we end it with full armor.
Agent eliminated.
Yeah, so I think that's a good test right there.
Access unlocked.
But yeah, negotiators, because you can do negotiators. You can solo legendary with it. You can group legendary with it. You can heroic with it. You can use fucking the diamond back. It makes, you can use a really horrible, you can use the pestilence. Because it can also, it doesn't also just like crowd control DPS to the max. I mean, you could basically get like what, 300% crit hit damage with that build, right? Without the backfire, right? That's just like a police M4. But it's really good because it also compensates for really bad weapons. So like for the AKM, for example, which is a bad weapon because it misses so many shots, well, at least you're spreading the damage to 3 enemies. So the negotiators compensates for all that missed damage output that you have. So that's why it's really good. Oh, that's kind of a nice one, isn't it? And so is that one. Oh, we got gear stash issues, guys. This sucks. I'm gonna have to delete something else. Oh. What do we delete? Maybe I'll delete this golan. I'm not using it lately. I can delete that Hannah. I can delete that one now that I got a better one. I'll just go ahead and delete that one too. Okay. Not that I'm gonna use. I'm probably not gonna even use this piece, but you know, you know how it goes. Yeah, no. Every week, guys, I go through my stash and delete at least like 40, 45, 50 things, like in a single session. Just like sit there and clean it all out between all three of my characters, and then within the same week, I'll be full again. You know. And that's because you need different versions of the same thing on different parts of your gear when you're making builds, right? And until you finalize it. So, yeah, but I think that calls it for the ChatterBox, guys. I think this is the build. This is the setup. So, it's better, you know, in the end, I think it's better to run Adrenaline Rush because it was just a great example in where we were. Like, the Memento would not have helped us in that situation, right? Like, the Memento, we would have lost our bonus armor when we're fighting just the two rogues, and we would have never been able to get the bonus armor back because there's only two rogues. So when we killed the first rogue, then great, we would have had the bonus armor, but only for 10 seconds, which is not a long enough time to use it on the second rogue, right? So where Adrenaline Rush was coming up and down, up and down, up and down the whole time, which allowed us to have Intimidate active for the majority of that battle. And so where a Hunter's Fury is no longer any good for us either, right? Or it's not that it's not any good, but we lose half of Apex Predator, right? The 25% amp damage, so we only get the 20% amp damage. So if we were running the Memento, we would have lost the bonus armor, which means we would not have had Intimidate, and we would have lost also 25% amp damage. It would have timed out against the rogues. So we would have been left with only 20% amp damage. You know, and you probably have the long-term stacks on your weapon damage. So you would have 30% weapon damage bonus from the Memento, but you're better off with the 40% amp damage than the 30% backpack damage. So, again, this is the better build for all situations, you know, over the Adrenaline, over the Intimidate. I'm sorry. Oh, over the Memento backpack. You want to run the Adrenaline Rush. Yep, I would say that's it. Lovely build, a lot of fun. Let me make sure I save this. Where do we name it here? Yes, I'm going to save over this one now because we decided that is better than the Memento. So, okay, so we're running Firewall, and the reason why we're running Firewall because it's because of the shield. So we're trying to scale. So we're running all this armor because the idea is that the build has the ability to scale to the threat, and that includes your defense. So with Adrenaline Rush, we're scaling to the threat by increasing our tankiness depending on the number of enemies that are standing in front of us. And so the more armor cores we have, the more that likely that they're not going to be able to chew through that bonus armor. The shield protects the bonus armor more, right? And then on top of that, it's giving us that damage bonus per enemy at 13%. So we're getting scaled up offensively on the damage side as well as that bonus armor on the back. So we become tankier and we become stronger. And then as we also become offensively better because we're also ramping up our RPMs to up to somewhere around 1400 RPMs because we get 20% more RPM for every enemy that's standing in front of us, which means a lot when you're putting out 40% amplified damage bullets, right? And then you're getting another 20% amplified damage here, so it's actually 60% amplified damage bullets just for standing there, guys. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Just for standing there, you got 60% amplified damage and close to, what, I don't know, what is that? 40, we're getting 23% per enemy, up to 3 enemies, so 20, 40, 60, 70% of 1.6 million is at least another million. Gosh, we're at close to 3 million in armor with 60% amp damage just for standing there. We don't even have to shoot them to get that, right? And then once we get 5 kills, we're gonna get another we're getting another 5% amplified damage per kill that lasts for 10 seconds. So that's super, super helpful. And then we get the ramped up RPMs. This is a beautiful build. Yeah, I don't know, what can I say, guys? So let me show you the stats. We're at max crit chance, and we're at a really healthy crit damage at 154%. And then I guess we're running to healer. But I guess I could say the only other thing, I mean, you could, if you wanted to, this is the better way to go. I do believe that, but you know, you could also put on the Coyote's mask and then run the Hunter's for his chest. And we tried this, we did this. And so this was okay and it works. But I think you're better off with all of that. Amp damage is going to be mean more than that crit hit damage. The 40% amplified damage means more than that 25% crit hit damage. So, what do you guys think? Is that it? Onefre Coroa from Portugal. You're new. Welcome, man. Welcome. Welcome to the game. Welcome to my channel, brother. Appreciate you just by showing up and supporting me and supporting the Division 2 cause. So thank you. And welcome, welcome. I hope you join us on all the other platforms too. Hey guys, by the way, I am on Twitch too, so I'm streaming over there. And it's not repeat content, so I'm streaming fresh content over on Twitch as well for the Division 2. So I hope you find me over there. And remember to join the Discord if you haven't done so. And remember, if you're not in the Players Club, you should be. You get access to our classified builds, and I got a new one that is landing tomorrow. And also for all of you that are on the hardcore Bandido member level, over the weekend I should have the new digital gamer playlist that you can both stream and download ready sometime over the weekend. So I just need to get this classified build done tomorrow, and then I'll put out the playlist. So cool, guys. Well, I appreciate you. That's what I got for today. So I will catch you mañana. Probably next time we connect, we'll be over that classified build. Players Club people. So see ya then.
Tuxedo out.